Hello, good day everyone. You're welcome to another class with Mr. Olukorede. I want to believe you guys are ready for today's class. Okay, so if you are just joining this class for the first time, you are especially welcome. All right, so what we do here is mathematics, and if you love what we do here, please, I want to encourage you to subscribe, and also don't forget to tap the like button. Okay, so every one of you, as you're joining the class, make sure you say hi and tap the like button. All right. Before we commence the class, I want you to invite your friends. Let them know the class is about starting. Okay, so let's have good number before we commence the class. Okay, you can share the link with your friends. Okay, do that within a minute. So we are going to commence the class. Thank you. Okay, Wahab, you're welcome to class. I'm doing fine. Okay, so once you just join the class, say hi to the class. Let's know those that are around. Okay, so uh, all right. I want to believe you can all hear me. Can you hear me from there? Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? All right, before we commence the class, I want to be sure that you can hear me. So um, please drop in the comment section if you can hear me so that we commence the class. Okay, thank you. Yes, Wahab, thank you. I just want to be sure that you can hear me before we commence the class. All right, so every one of you are welcome once again to today's class. So if you are new on this channel, you are welcome. And don't forget, if you are new, you love what we are doing, ensure that you subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified anytime we're on here. All right, every one of you, as you are entering the class, as you are joining the class, make sure that you tap the like button and don't forget to also say hi to the class. All right. Okay, so now let's look at the first question here. This is a wire question. I want us to look at it together. Now, the figure shows a window consisting of a rectangular and semicircular parts. Now, the radius R is 35 centimeter and the height of the um, rectangular part is 50 centimeter. Now the question says find the area of the window. So we want to get, this is the window. So we want to get the total area. Don't forget what we have here now is a semicircle. Semicircle just means half a circle. All right. So now here we have this, which happen to be the radius. All right, so now let us get the area of this semicircle. So half a circle. Let's get the area. So area, okay. So area of semicircle is going to be half of area of a circle. Okay. So area of the semicircle is just half of area of the circle. This is the formula for area of the circle. That's pi r squared. Okay. So now we have 1 over 2 times 22 over 7 pi times r. R is 35. We have 35 times 35. Okay. All right. So now let's see. 7 goes here 1, 7 goes here 5. Okay. 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 11. All right. So that means we have 11 times 5, that is 55 times 25, 35. So when you multiply, what do we have? Can we do the multiplication? Okay, 35, 5 times 5, 25, right? 5, 2, 25, 27, 5 times, that's 15, right? 1, 15, 16. So we have 1,000, okay, so we have, this is 9, and this 2 is 5. Okay, so we have 1,925. So that is what we have here. So for the multiplication. So now this is going to be in centimeter squared. This is the area of the semicircle. All right, so what's the next thing now? The next thing is to find the area of this rectangular shape. So now, what do we need to get now? We need to get this length, because we have to get the length and the breadth. So this is the breadth and the length. So what is going to be the length of that rectangle? So is there anybody that can tell me? If you know the answer, please drop that in the comment section. I'm not going to waste time on that. So once you know the answer to that, please drop it in the comment section. Let me just be sure that we can do that. So what is, okay, thank you. I've replied, Wahab. Yes, I can. Okay, yes. All right, okay, thank you. Okay, yes. Now, can you see what we have there? So, what's going to be the length? The length of that rectangle? Yes. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, so it's straightforward. All we just need to do. Don't forget now that this is the center of this circle, where we have this semicircle. So from here to here is 35. From here to here is also 35. So that means the length
is the diameter of the circle. All right, so we have length will be equals to 35 times 2, and that is what? 70 centimeter. And breadth has been given in the question. So what's the breadth? We have 50. Okay, so centimeter. So now let us get the area of the rectangle. Okay, so now let's get area of the rectangle. Now area of the rectangle, area equals to length times breadth. So length is what? 50 times the breadth. Breadth is length is 70, okay, and the breadth is 50. So when you multiply, you have 3,500 centimeters square. Okay, so now to get the total area of the window, so you add this and this together. So total area, we say area of the window now is going to be the addition of this 3,500 plus 1,925. So when you add, you have 5, 2, you have 4, you have 5. That's going to be in centimeters square. So we can now conclude that our answer now is 5,425 centimeters square. So this is going to be the area of the window. So yes, I want to believe you understand that. So if you have questions based on what you have done or any observation, so please kindly drop before we go on. All right, so let's move down to the next question. Let's move down to the next question here. Now the second question, AB is a chord of a circle, center O. If length AB equals to 24.2 centimeter and the perimeter of triangle AOB is 52.2 centimeter, calculates the shaded region. Correct to Okay, so this is another question, the Y question. So let us look at this question together. Let's see how we're expected to solve this problem. Now, AB is a chord. Okay, all right. Now let's draw the diagram first. The diagram is given. there's a diagram. We have this. It's R, E. All right, so that's the diagram. Now AB is a chord of a circle, center O. Now, if AB is 24.2 centimeter and the perimeter of triangle AOB, this perimeter of this is 52.2 centimeter. Calculate the shaded region correct to the nearest degree. So let's look at this question. Now we have to think very well. So there's no big deal in the question. Now the first thing is I must know what I want to get. I want to get the shaded region. Now if I'm to get the shaded region, what I need is the area of the whole sector minus area of the triangle. Unfortunately, in the question, I was not given area of triangle, no area of sector, and I was not even given the radius. So that means I need to find a way of getting the radius because radius is needed. All right, so now let's look at what we have here. So the first thing I want to do now is let me get the side. Now the perimeter has been given. Perimeter of that is the addition of this and this and this has been given. So we have, let me call this place P, okay, AB to be P. So R plus R plus P equals to the perimeter. Look at the perimeter we have here. So that is 52.2 centimeter. Now, this P is the same thing as length of chord AB, and that has been given in the question to be what? 24.2. So we have, so R plus R, that is 2R plus 24.2. Okay, 24.2 equals to 52.2. So we can subtract 24.2 from both sides. So we have 2R equals to 52.2 minus 24.2. So when you subtract, we have 2R will now be equals to, we have 0. We have 12 minus 4. That gives you what? That is 8. And we have 4 left here, so minus that we have 2. So that is 28. All right, so here you can divide both sides by 2. So we have R equals to 28.0, which is the same thing as 28 over 2. So R equals to 14 centimeter. Okay, so it's going to be in centimeter. So that is the radius. So R is 14 centimeter. Okay, so now we have gotten R. So then I don't think we should have much issue. Now the next thing we need to get now is, let's get this angle. We can get this angle using the formula of length of a chord. So now let's do that. So what's the formula for finding length of a chord? So we have AB, length of chord AB equals to 2R sine theta over 2. Okay, so now this has been given in the question to be what? 24.2 equals to 2 times, we've just gotten R to be 14 sine of theta over 2. Okay, so now this is going to be 24.2 divided by this 28. So you are dividing both sides by 28. You have 28 equals to sine theta over 2. Okay, so the next thing now is I'm finding a way to isolate this theta. So I'm going to take arc sine of both sides. So if I take arc sine of this side, side, so this sign goes. So we have at sign, or can we convert this one to decimal? Let's see what we have. So let's divide 24.2 by 28. So let's see what we have. So we have 0.8643. Okay, that's equals to theta over 2. I hope you get that. So, and you can multiply 2 by both sides. Multiply both sides by 2, so you have 2 at sign of 0.8643 equals to theta. All right. I hope you get that now. So what is going to be our theta now? Let's try and do that here. So we have theta equals to, so now let's find arc sign of this. So you press your calculator, just press shift and you press sign. So that gives you arc sign. So, and you punch 0.8643. Okay, so if you do that, what do you have? Okay, so what I have here is 59.80. So you can confirm that. All right, so now when you multiply that by 2, so what do you have? So you have 119.6 degrees. So that is what we have for the angle. Okay, so now we have already gotten the angle, we've gotten the radius. So now can we put that here? So R is, the radius is 14 centimeter. Theta is 119.6 degrees. Okay, so that's what we have. So now the next thing is to calculate the shaded region. So to get the shaded region, area of the sector minus area of the triangle. So that's all. Okay, so and don't forget, now the question asks you to correct the shade. Okay, calculate the shaded region correct to the nearest degrees. Okay, so that should be to the nearest centimeter, not degrees. Okay, so that's it. So now let's solve the problem now. Now area of shaded segments. Area of shaded segment is going to be area of sector. Area of sector, that is what? Theta over 360 times pi r square. Okay, minus area of triangle. That's 1 over 2 r square sine theta. So that's what we have. Okay, so now you can now plug in the values. So we have theta is 119.6 over 360 times 22 over 7 times r. What is r? That's 14 times 14. Okay, minus 1 over 2 times 14 square. Okay, sine times sine 119.6. Okay, so that's what we have there. Okay, let's find a way of simplifying this. So let's see. All right, so we can say 7 goes here 1, 7 goes here 2, 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 180, 2 goes here is 90, 2 goes here is 7. So 2 goes here is 45, 2 goes here is 11. Okay, so now what we are left with here now is 7 times 11, that's 77. So we have 77 times 119.6 over 45 times 1, that's 45. Okay, minus, and let's look at what we have here. So this is 14 times 14 sine now over 2 sine 119.6. Now let's get the value for that. So what do we have for sine? The sine so that's going to give us 0.8694. All right. So now let's evaluate this side. So let's evaluate this. We have that times 14 times 14. Okay. Everything divided by 2. So at this side we have 85.206. And here, let's see what we have. 77 times 109.6, okay, divided by 45. So what do you have here? We have 204.65. Okay, so now we can now subtract. So let's subtract this from this. So we have 85.206. So now what we are left with now is 119.4 centimeter square. All right, so we have to correct our answer to the nearest centimeter. So that means to the nearest whole number. So that's going to give us what? 119 centimeter. Nearest centimeter. So that is the answer to the problem. Yes. Is there any question based on what we have just done? Any observation? Okay, so if you have any question, any observation, you can drop that in the comment section. All right. Okay, thank you, Riscott. Okay, Wahab. So, thank you. All right. Okay, now let's move down to another question. So I'm going to employ you as you are solving the problem. Just pay attention and make sure you follow the class. Follow it in between lines. So as I'm explaining each of them, look at the method that is being used. It's very, very important. So you can see sometimes we have to simplify. So all of this must be seen while solving your problem. Don't just jump from here and just jump to your answer. Okay, you can easily compute this on your calculator and you have your answer. So, but steps must be shown. There is always mark for steps. All right, so learn how to solve your problem step by step, as simple as possible. All right, that will help you to gain more points. So let's move down to another question if you don't have a question. Okay, so let's move to the next thing to do. The next example, this another why question. Sorry, there's a mistake. Okay, so this is another question. All right, so I want us to look at the question together, and let's see how we are expected to solve this problem. Now the figure shows a circle radius 7 centimeter inscribed in a square. Now, if a portion of the circle is shaded with some portion of the square, okay, now calculate the total area of the shaded portion. I hope you understand that. So what the question wants us to get now is this area here, 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 and here. All right, so now how do I begin to solve this? I want to believe all of you are hearing me. Okay, so hope you can see the board. Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? All right. All right, okay. Now, if you can hear, all right, so now let's go on with the class. Now, what I want to do now, I want to get this area here and this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do now, let me get the area outside the box. So how do I get that? I will find the area of the square. I will take away area of the whole circle from it. Do you understand that? So that will give me the area of the one outside. Now let's do that first. Now let's first get the area of the square. But then we need to know the dimension of the square. Now, what is the dimension of the square? Now look at it. Since this circle is inscribed in this circle, so that means, and you can see now that this circle is touching the square. So that means from here to here, and from here to here, when you add everything together, it's going to give you this length. So that means the side here is the diameter of this circle. because once I draw it straight such that it passes through the center of the circle, so I'll be having 2 radii there. Okay, so I'll now say length is going to be 2 times the radius. That radius is given as 7 centimeters. That's 14 centimeters. That will be the length of the square. So area of square is length times length, and that is 14 times 14. So what do you have? 196, right? Centimeter square. Okay, so that is that. Now let's look at the second part of the question. The area of this circle, I need to get that. So area of circle, that is what? Pi r squared. So now let's plug in the value. So we have 22/7 times 14 times 14. Okay, so and we have 7 goes here 1, 7 goes here 2. So and then we have 44 times what? Times 14, because 22 times 2 is 44, so times this. So now what do we have when we multiply? Let's see, 14 and 44, 4 times 4, 16, we write 6, 1, 4 times 1, 4, plus 1, that's 5, 4 times 4, 16, we have 1, 4 times 1, 4, plus 1, 5. So that's going to be what? 6, 1, 6 centimeter square. So we now have the area of the circle. So now let's get the shaded region, this side. So we just take away this circle from it. So we have this. Okay, now let's get that. So we have shaded region in the box or in the square will be what? 616 minus that of the square. Okay, so what do we have? All right, so this should be more than that. Okay, so this is the area. So let's look at it. Because this circle is inside this. So now what we have here now should be smaller. I hope you understand now. So this is length times length. We have that. So what do we have next? Okay. So if we have that as the radius, so we have the length. Now the radius is 7. So here there is an error here. So we are supposed to use 7 because the radius is 7 and not 14. Okay, so you can see that there is an issue. So now, how did I discover the error? So I observed now that the area of the circle is more than area of the square, which is not possible. So that means that this is supposed to be 7. You're supposed to have 7 times 7. Okay, so sorry for that mix up. So that means area of the circle now to give us this 7 cancel this 7 here. So we just have 7 will cancel 7, so we have 22 times 7. Okay, so that's 154 centimeters square. Okay, so you can see now the area is now smaller. So now we now find area of the shaded region in the box or in the square. So now what's going to be the area? So we have 196 minus 154. So let's subtract. We have 2, then we have 4, Okay, so therefore our answer now is 42 centimeters square. So now we have gotten the area here, 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 and here. So now it remains this one, which is part of the shaded region. So now let us get the area of this sector. So how do we get the area of the sector? So now once we get area of the sector, we just add it to this. So we have 42 centimeter as area of what we have here. Okay, so now let's get the area of the sector. So area of sector is theta over 360 times pi r. So we have area of sector, that is what? Theta over 360 times pi r squared. You get that? So, and that gives you what? Theta. What is theta? Angle subtended at the center. That's 80 over 360 times 22 over 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, so don't use 14. Okay, so radius is 7. So we've gotten that before. All right, so this we cancel this. All right, so 0 we cancel 0. 2 goes here is 4. 2 goes here is 18. Okay, 2 goes here is what? 2. 2 goes here is what? That's 9. All right, so we are left with this, and this. So we have 2 times 22 times 7. Everything over 9. Okay, so now let's do this. Now what is 7 times 22? That is 154, right? Okay, so when you multiply this by 2, so what do you have? You have 308, right? Okay, so everything over 9. So when you divide, okay, so what's going to be your answer? So now 9 goes in 30. That is 3. It will remain 3. Okay, so we put that 3 beside 8. Okay, so 9 goes in 38. That is 4. Okay, so it remains what? It remains 2. So that means we have 2 over 9. Okay, so in centimeters square. All right, so the next thing now is to add the two together. We already have the area here. That's 42 centimeters square. You add it to this. So what's going to be the total area of the shaded region? So total area now gives us what? So that is total area is going to give us 42 plus the area of the sector. So that is 34 whole number 2 over 9. And when you add together, you have 76 whole number 2 over 9 centimeters square. Okay, so that is the answer to the problem. So you can correct this one to decimal if you want. All right, so but you are going to leave the answer in that form. All right, so that is the area of the shaded region. Any question based on what you have done? Okay, so your thoughts, your observation based on what you just did now. Okay, you can see the handboard. Okay, let me try and adjust that. Okay. All right, I think you should be able to see the board better now. Okay, can we move down to another question? Let's move down to another question. Another question. Okay, yes. This is another question. All right, before we solve this problem together, I want you to try it, and I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to make an attempt before we solve the problem together. Okay? So try this question. Read in between lines. It's very simple. So um, just look at it. It's a question you can solve within a minute. Okay, try it and let's see what we are going to have before we solve the problem together. This time around, I'm expecting a good number of you to have the answer. Make sure you try the problem. Let's see what you have. Now, in the figure below, O is the center of the circle with radius R, S, X, right? And the PQ is Z, PQ, yeah, is Z. From here to here is Z. So that's it. And the QK is Y, and angle QOP is 90. Right, so you have to find the value of Z in terms of X and Y. Okay, so can you see that now? So the angle has been given here. So I don't think we should have much problem. All right. Yes, is anybody dropping the answer? Okay. Riscott, Wahab, and others are Joseph. Okay. And who else is here? Let's have your answer. What do you have? Yes, is anybody with the answer? Anyone with the answer to that problem? Okay, so let's see. Is anyone? Okay, nobody is dropping an answer. Okay, it's a very simple one. So let's see. Let's look at it together. Let's see how the solution looks like. Now, I can see here that there's an angle here. That's right angle. So once you see a right angle triangle, now something should come to your mind that, okay, I should be able to use Pythagoras theorem, or I use trigonometrical ratio. Right. So now, this is what you have. Bring out the triangle. So we have this. So, and this is given as X. This is Y. Okay, from here to this place is Z. Is Z. Okay. Don't forget what I told you. If a line is drawn from the center of the circle, the last one we looked at, if a line is drawn from the center of the circle such that it's perpendicular to the chord, that line is going to bisect the chord into two equal parts. All right, so now the meaning is that this is K now. This place is going to be Z over 2. Since from here to here is Z, so this is going to be Z over 2. Now I can now consider this right angle triangle. So using Pythagoras theorem. So now we have y squared plus z over 2 squared equals to x squared. Don't forget what the question wants us to get. We want to get the value of z. So now let's move this to this side. So we have z over 2 raised to the power of 2 equals to x squared minus y squared. I hope you understand that. So what is the next thing to do? I'll just find a way of isolating the z. So I'll take square root of both sides. So I have z over 2 equals to square root of x squared minus y squared. All right, so here, what do you do next? You multiply both sides by 2 so that you clear this fraction. So now if you multiply this by 2, 2 will cancel 2. So this cancel this. So we have z equals to 2 square root of z squared minus y squared. This is the answer. You can see how simple that question is. So it's just a test of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we are going to be stopping here for today. All right, so I want to believe we learned a lot of things. So don't forget, I'll invite somebody, inform somebody about this class. Okay, so let's have a good number of students on this platform. All right, so don't forget, before you leave, if you have not tapped the like button, ensure you do that. And if you are new on this channel, ensure that you subscribe to this channel if you love what we are doing here. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. So take care of yourself. Bye bye.